HowExpert! Top 10 NBA players of all time. HowExpert publishes quick how-to guides on all topics from A to Z by everyday experts. Visit HowExpert.com to learn more. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more HowExpert Top 10 videos in the future. Moving on, let's talk about the HowExpert Top 10 NBA players of all time. Number 10, Shaquille O'Neal. The Shaq, the Diesel, the most dominant player in NBA history. Just a few names to describe the epitome of a matchup nightmare. Shaq bumped, dunked, and shoved his way to the all-time great list. But he did it not with brainless brawn, but also with grace, speed, and tremendous court vision for a center. Sitting in the top 10 list for both points and blocks, top 15 in rebounds, with 4 championships and an MVP in 2000, Shaquille O'Neal has proven himself to be much more than just a big guy who could dunk. But with the feuds with Bryant and a reportedly subpar work ethic, one is led to wonder that, despite all he did, could a lot more have been accomplished? Could he have been the certified GOAT? Still, donning the cape of a 4-time champion and the most dominant player ever is not a bad way for Superman to be remembered, even after his cape is hung up. Number 9, Wilt Chamberlain. One of only 2 players in NBA history to win Rookie of the Year and MVP the same season. Chamberlain began to cement his legacy as an all-time great from the very beginning. The 2-time NBA champion, holding the top spot for most rebounds with nearly 24,000, and sitting in the top 10 in scoring with over 31,000 career points. Chamberlain brings serious consideration to Shaq's title of being the most dominant. In 1962, Chamberlain had one of the league's most legendary seasons, home to the single game point record at 100, along with an all-time high season average of over 50 points per game. Chamberlain successfully did what is not only unheard of, but thought impossible today. He has unquestionably etched his way into any all-time great list. Number 8, Bill Russell. The winningest player in basketball history, and perhaps in all of sports history, the great Bill Russell, defensive and rebounding connoisseur, has left behind a legacy that will not easily be challenged. With 11 championships in 13 seasons, including 8 in a row, and 5 MVP awards, Russell set the standard for what it means to achieve at the highest level. Sitting just behind Wilt for most rebounds of all time, over 21,000, he was the bedrock for the most successful title run ever made. Number 7, Tim Duncan. With a career spanning 18 years and 5 championships sprinkled throughout, Duncan compels any NBA fan to consider his unrivaled greatness in consistency, ranking 5th all-time in blocks, 6th in rebounds, 14th in points, and with 2 MVPs to boot. Duncan's legacy as the big fundamental is cemented as a slow and steady force who, with occasional bursts of passion, rolled over most opponents with ease. One of the only players to win in more than one era, Duncan showcased his understanding of the game to be deeper than the constituent pieces of a given pace or play style. Averaging almost 20 points and 10 rebounds for his whole career, Duncan was the centerpiece of the Spurs' remarkable playoff streak, as he also was the 5 times they were able to go all the way. Number 6, Larry Bird. The tip of the green iceberg who frontlined one of the greatest teams in NBA history, as well as initiated a renewed popularity in the NBA, with the ignition of the Lakers-Celtics rivalry. Bird will be remembered as one of the greatest competitors to ever play. He was not the fastest or the quickest, and he definitely could not jump the highest, but he was one of the smartest. 3 NBA championships, 1 against Magic, and 3 MVPs tell of Bird's tremendous skill and elite basketball IQ. With career averages of 24 points, 10 rebounds, over 6 assists, and nearly 2 steals and a block per game, demonstrate Bird's dedication to rivaling anyone who was considered a complete basketball player. His confidence was Jordan-esque, as was his skill. Number 5, Magic Johnson. The other side of the Celtics-Lakers rivalry features the face of the Showtime Lakers, with 5 championships, 2 against Bird, and 3 MVPs in a career cut short by illness. Magic's remarkable achievements put him on a short list as one of the greatest point guards ever. Ranking number 5 in all-time assists, he also set the standard for what it meant to be a great passer and playmaker. With career averages of 20 points, 11 assists, 7 rebounds, and 2 steals a game, Magic's fast-paced, electric play style launched the NBA into a new era of basketball that changed the way the game was played forever. Magic was Showtime for all time. Number 4, Kobe Bryant. The deadly Black Mamba, the competitor who never gave an inch and took everyone he could find. The late, great Kobe Bryant played with a fire whose heat few will ever know, except those who it scorched. A 5-time NBA champion, the 2008 MVP, the 4th leading scorer of all time, and one of the most clutch players sports fans have ever witnessed. Bryant's Ares-like ferocity is challenged only by his assassin-like poise, skill, and precision that he demonstrated in every single game. The closest thing to Michael Jordan NBA fans have ever seen, and likely will ever see. Bryant will be remembered as the embodiment of a man possessed by work ethic and a singularity in focus, and who showcased a tremendous amount of will in chasing a destiny meant only for him. Number 3, Kareem AbdulJabbar. 6-time NBA champion, 6-time league MVP, and the all-time leading scorer of over 38,000 total points prompts any serious fan to ask, what else is there to say? His signature skyhook is comparable in unguardability only to Dirk's one-leg step back and Jordan's fadeaway. Among his scoring achievements, he also ranks 3rd all-time in both rebounds and blocks, and he ranks high in an endless host of other categories, including seasons played. Perhaps not as controversial or as Hollywood as some other NBA legends, Kareem's quiet persona and behind-the-scenes discipline often causes him to get overlooked at the hands of bigger personalities. But upon a closer look, it becomes readily apparent that nothing can budge Kareem from the conversation of being the greatest of all time. Number 2, LeBron James. The most complete basketball player the world has ever seen. LeBron has showcased mastery in every aspect of the game, from his relentless attack on the basket to his uncanny passing ability, and his iconic chase down block. James has given the NBA world a tough challenge. Will his statue be a dunk, block, pass, or a shot? Currently 3rd in scoring, 8th in assists, 13th in steals, and nearly top 50 in rebounds, LeBron's presence is already thoroughly felt in every single major statistical category. Though he will likely move into number 2 on the scoring list, possibly even number 1, it is not his scoring ability, but his creative passing ability, where his signature skill is displayed. His 3 championships and 4 MVPs bear witness to LeBron's incisive display of court vision, his Herculean strength, and his persistent scoring ability, making him one of the NBA's most difficult matchups. His many achievements, including carrying some less than impressive rosters all the way to the NBA Finals, speak of his greatness. LeBron's final chapters are still unwritten. What will they say when the king has finally retired his crown? Number 1, Michael Jordan. Jordan is the standard. He is the standard where basketball greatness and greatness for athletic achievement is measured against. And as the standard, only the number 1 spot is appropriate. His unblemished 6-0 record in the finals can only be moderately challenged by Russell's 8 consecutive championship run. But it was Jordan's ferocity, skill, and competitiveness that, like Bryant, set him vastly apart from the rest. With career averages of over 30 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals a game, along with his 6 rings and 5 MVPs, the only thing more convincing of his greatness than his statistical achievements are the amalgam of endless clutch shots that turned the tide of momentous games, and which served to cement his nearly unbreakable legacy of being the greatest basketball player to ever live. If you liked our video, be sure to click like and subscribe for more HowExpert Top 10 videos for all topics from A to Z in the future. Also, let us know what other topics that you want us to do in a HowExpert Top 10 video in the future in the comments below. Thank you, have an amazing day, and take care. HowExpert publishes quick how-to guides on all topics from A to Z by everyday experts. Visit howexpert.com to learn more.